Well, that was Theresa May's speech to the Conservative Party conference 2018. Thankfully, no mishaps, no ambushes, no coughing fits, and an amazing entrance coming on to Dancing Queen. We didn't see that coming.
Nobody expected that. I think most people thought she was going to have to make a joke out of last year's conference speech when she had some problems with her throat.
Sure.
Thought maybe she might come on carrying some cough medicine.
Yep.
But actually I think her coming on dancing, showing that she had a sense of humour, really helped lift the start of the speech. People didn't see it coming, and it went down really well with the audience.
Got everyone on her side straight away.
Yeah, and I think the hall was behind her the whole way through, and there were another couple of moments when that was really evident, particularly when she was talking about Boris Johnson, for example, when she brought up a couple of his kind of gaffes or things that he'd said in the last couple of months. It could have gone either way for her today. If there'd been support for Boris Johnson in the hall and anti-Theresa May, those could have fallen quite flat. But actually, the audience were behind her. They were very keen to clap and support her jokes.
They were. So Brexit, obviously, at the centre of the speech. Very strong message she had for the people who have been watching those Boris Johnson speeches this week. She said it's time to come together. She said it's time to face up to the fact, to face up to what is at risk. She talked about a second referendum. It wouldn't be a people's vote, it would be a politician's vote. And she said to her own MPs, if we all go off in different directions in pursuit of our own visions of the perfect Brexit, we risk ending up with no Brexit at all.
No one wants a good deal more than me. But that has never meant getting a deal at any cost. Britain isn't afraid to leave with no deal if we have to. It would be tough at first, but the resilience and ingenuity of the British people would see us through.
Very strong message there. How will that
Strong
gone
message
down?
here. I think what actually is really interesting about what Theresa May did today on Brexit is that she's trying to recast the argument. So notably didn't mention Chequers. She talked about how this is a new deal,
It's now called Our Proposal, isn't it?
Exactly, a new proposal. So that's really important because what she's doing there is she's trying to find a way for her party to be able to back her plan without actually changing her plan. And that's actually quite doable because not many people really know what Chequers is all about. The second thing she did was appeal to Labour MPs and MPs in her own party by saying, look, you know, if you back the referendum, you back the country, you backed what we decided to do here, then you have to back me, and this is why. She laid out an argument for them to do that. And she also recast the idea of a people's vote. So lots of people in her own party saying, well, maybe we could support this. Actually, she made a really strong argument today saying that would be a politician's vote. That would be effectively saying, we made a decision we didn't like, and we want to recast it, have another decision because we didn't like it. And that's obviously not democratically acceptable. So I think really interesting tackling some of the issues that the Tories have had on Brexit for quite a while, trying to kind of recast that argument in her favour.
They call it a people's vote. But we had the people's vote, and the people chose to leave. Think for a moment what it would do to faith in our democracy if, having asked the people of this country to take this decision, politicians tried to overturn it.
Talk about policy announcements. There weren't really many, were there? Let's just go through them quickly. So on housing, she announced that the government is going to scrap a cap on how much councils can borrow against their housing stock so that they can fund more council houses. Felt a little bit like they were reversing one of their own policies. I don't know if that was your...
Well, I mean, it might not mean very much to people here, but it will mean quite a lot to local government because councils have been saying for a really long time, if you let us do this, we will build. And of course, Theresa May and her Home Secretary and a number of her other cabinet ministers have said the only way for us to win the next general election is to build more houses because that's what appeals to young people particularly.
Solving the housing crisis is the biggest domestic policy challenge of our generation. It doesn't make sense to stop councils from playing their part in solving it. So today I can announce that we are scrapping that cap. For millions of people, their car is not a luxury, it's a necessity. Some have wondered if there would be a thaw in our policy this year. Today I can confirm, given the high oil price, the Chancellor will freeze fuel duty once again in his budget later this month.
What we've got to watch out for now, of course, is Philip Hammond's got to deliver his budget in the next month or so.
Yep.
Poor guy's not got very much left to play with. She's announced that they're freezing fuel duty again today, which is a policy that Philip Hammond, the Chancellor, really didn't want to have to do. He, in fact, said a couple of weeks ago that money should be used on the NHS. So she's pinched quite a few of his possible policy announcements already.
And Hammond said in his own speech, he made reference to, austerity isn't going to end completely, we still have to be very responsible, etc. Theresa May today said on austerity, the British people need to know the end is in sight. Our message to them has to be, we get it.
Yeah.
Kind of feels like that, yet again there's a bit of a difference there between number 10 and number 11 on where we're going with.
And that's kind of traditionally the case between the PM and her Chancellor. The PM's message is always more political, the Chancellor is always the one in charge of the actual pennies. But again, what she's trying to do is cast her party forward. She's trying to say, look, I know Brexit's a pain in the bum and we don't want to talk about it, and we don't have a huge amount of policy actually to advertise right now, but we do understand it, we know where we have to go, we know where we need to be, and look, if the voters, if we can just hang on until we get Brexit done, then look, all these great things are going to happen. That's what she wants. Whether people will be able to take that away from her speech today is another matter.
A decade after the financial crash, people need to know that the austerity it led to is over and that their hard work has paid off. The moment of opportunity for our country to honour the result of the referendum, to come together to make a success of the decision we took, to build the homes we need, to get the next generation on the housing ladder, to help people who are struggling to make ends meet, to invest in our vital public services, to renew our precious National Health Service, to lead the world in the technologies of the future, to ensure every family and every community shares the success, to tackle the burning injustices that hold people back. We stand at a pivotal moment in our history. It falls to our party to lead our country through it.
Is that like her last conference speech as leader, do you think?
I think it could be her last conference speech as leader, and I think it's interesting about what will cut through to the public. What will the broadcasters clip for the 6 and the 10 tonight? Because that's what people really watch, that's what matters. And I think what we are going to see is her sense of humour, and that's what number 10 really wants. We're going to see this clip of her dancing onto the stage, and they will see that as a win, because they will see it doesn't really matter what she said on the stage, as long as she didn't have a huge coughing fit. She came on, she looked, for the Prime Minister, reasonably normal, she did a little bit of a jig, she sent herself up, and that's all they want to cut through from today. If they can get that on the broadcasters this evening, it will be a win for number 10. In terms of going forward, I do still think she is not going to be Prime Minister at the next press conference.
Okay, thanks, Kate. We'll have to wait and see. That's all from us for now. Thank you.